Hey guys, it's Gaza Montana here, the original demo disc player before they decided to give an abbreviation when it was just called what it was called. I hope everyone's doing alright and everything. Let's talk about the Chop Shop business on Grand Theft Auto Online that was added yesterday. Is it worth your time? All the pros and cons and what have you. Now when buying one of these locations, you have to go on Foreclosure website and you can choose one of 5 different locations, 2 being out of the city, 3 being in the city, and the one that's actually from the screenshot in the newswire, you want to actually avoid because of gang attacks, DAX missions, Franklin payphone hits, and VIP work that spawns there. So totally avoid that location and go with either Strawberry or Moretta Heights. I went with Moretta Heights because it's right next to my import-export garage. But I am warning you now, guys, once you fully upgrade your business in the city, it's no matter what location you choose. I didn't even choose the most expensive one, and it cost me $5.4 million. Okay, that's basically $5.5 million for a business, and we're going to go into how we're going to be getting this money back. Like, I remember the days when you buy an arcade, you do a couple of heists, and you get your money back within 2 goddamn heists. Now just go over to the upgrades right here. Get trade rates. You can actually get a reduced cost for your Moore's Mutual Insurance, so when you're blowing up your vehicles by mistake or whatever, you're actually going to get a reduced cost. So that's actually going to be good over time. The tow truck, you can either buy the cheap one for $650,000, you can buy the expensive one for $1.1 million. They both perform the same, so it doesn't really matter which one you go for. Go whichever one you like the look of the most, and if you've got enough money, go with the expensive one. It's entirely up to you. They are the same. Now, the wall safe is $750,000. And the thing is, you already have a wall safe in there whether you buy that or not. All you're doing is increasing the capacity, not the money earned. You're still going to earn the same money, but you're increasing the capacity just in case you forget to collect it from the safe and it maxes out for goddamn 2 weeks or whatever. Yeah? So it goes up to 100k if you don't buy the wall safe. If you do buy the wall safe, you're actually just buying a bigger wall safe. You're buying a couple more shelves, and it goes up to $250,000, guys. Now, as for the staff upgrade, you want to buy the staff upgrade because it's going to speed up the time of the salvaging of the vehicles, okay? So definitely buy the stealth upgrade. That's $625,000. Now, once you go over to the Chop Shop, you're going to meet Yusuf Amir. Your GTA Online character is going to meet him for the first time, although he's not new to the Grand Theft Auto HD universe because he was in the Battle of Gay Tony DLC 15 years ago with the iconic scene with the Arab money playing in the background, and he's still doing it 15 years later. This is the first of 2 cutscenes, guys, with Yusuf Amir, and that's basically it. That's the storyline for him returning to Grand Theft Auto Online. Now, the best, most enjoyable part of this business is the vehicle robberies, which are like heists. Okay, they're like heists, but they actually happen in a free roam lobby. Okay, so in an invite-only session or a public session, doesn't matter. And while you're doing the scoping mission for these mini heists, or even doing the final, other players can't even mess with you. So in other words, to them, if you're playing this in a public session, you're basically invisible or you're in passive mode or something. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but Tez2, the insider coming from inside the building, actually tweeted out on X and said the scoping out and final of a vehicle robbery happened instance. And he's not even talking about a cup of coffee here, guys.
What's in the cup, Ross?
It's hot.
Hot coffee!
Like he says, you can't be messed with during the final and scoping mission. It's very good for going forward, you know, with content that they drop, because, yeah, it means that they are now starting to add in heists that happen in a free roam session, and also, you know, they're actually taking into consideration that people don't want to be griefed, you know, after all these years, which is very good. It also reduces load times to complete and utterly 0. So I absolutely love that aspect of these vehicle robberies from this DLC. Now, they pretty much work like a combination of a lot of different heist elements from not just the online, but also single play. You have to pop the car and then you ring Franklin or you ring Michael, depending on who you're playing as, and you say, I've got a getaway car and I've stashed it here. What? Okay, that's new, guys. That's new. That's from the single player, but that's not been online. Can we actually go in the front door like in single player? Oh, nice. So when you go to the heist planning board at your salvage yard, there is going to be planning work at the bottom there. Those are mandatory setup missions. The 2 on the left you have to do. The 1 on the right is optional. It's a bit like Duggan's shipments from the Diamond Casino. You might want to do that the first time you do these missions because you don't know what you're running into. And then the more you know the mission, you can probably skip that. That's why it says optional. And at the top right there where it says tasks, and it says optional masks, you can go to the mask shop and get the masks. That's all you have to do for that one. And the other 3 are little prep work missions that are going to be spawning around the map. You then have to go to that location. It's a little green bag on the map icon, and then you have to do all 3 of those. So it's a minimum of like 5 setup missions altogether, preps and setup missions, and a 6th one where you can or cannot do it if you don't want to. It's pretty easy, so it'll literally be done in 3 minutes, that optional one, so I'd recommend actually doing that. But yeah, guys, it's, like I say, there's just missions that are already in the game in some way, shape or form. They've just been rehashed here for these vehicle robberies. Now the heist finals are basically just like any other finals, like I say, but the only difference is they're in a actual lobby, so there's no load times, which is absolutely great and everything. But the fact that you can only do 3 of these vehicle robberies a real life week. I did all 3 of them yesterday on stream, and it only took longer than they usually would because I've never done them before and I was taking my time with these. Those are the 3 there. Those are the maximum money I can get from each one. It's actually going to cost $20,000 to actually start one of these missions, so you can minus 20 off of the max sell value on all of these. You can get some additional income from completing the challenges during the mission, which you don't even know the challenges, guys, until you've done the mission the first time. It tells you right at the end when you already get paid out. So I hope you take a screenshot of that, so next week when you can do these again, you can then focus on getting the challenges, which there's actually awards and career progress tied to them. Now there's 2 ways of actually getting paid here. You can either deliver the vehicle to the docks, literally that's all you have to do, and if you're choosing your business in a city, which you should be, that'll only take you a minute or 2. Or you can salvage the vehicle because you want to roleplay the chop shop business and take less money for actually salvaging it. It doesn't make any sense. If you have to wait for the money, that should then be the one that pays out more. But yeah, for some reason it's the other way around. And guys, I didn't even earn $1 million, okay, from all of this. I spent $5.5 million on the business. And only being able to do 3 of these in a week is baffling to me, because Rockstar doesn't care about people doing back-to-back heist glitches for the last God knows how long. They even celebrate the fact when they put out a challenge last month or so doing the Doomsday Act 3 final, make $100 billion as a community. Well done, guys. You smashed it and got $500 billion. We know for a fact that you skipped all the setup missions by doing a very easy glitch to get into the final, and you do it all the time, a lot of players anyway. But for this business, we want to only give you $1 million in an entire week, and then for the rest of it, go around towing vehicles like you're Franklin before you even met Michael from the goddamn storyline.
Whatever you say, girl. Come on.
There's JB's truck. Aight, baby. Back it up nice and steady.
And that brings us on to the tow truck of the chop shop business, where you can get random amounts. As you see here, the baller I got after it being salvaged $58,000, and for the Banshee here I got $60,000. I do believe if you crash these cars a lot, that somehow ruins the salvage value that you might get for it, or it might actually depend on what car it is. I haven't done enough testing on this yet, but it's basically minimal money, guys. It's in fact it's less or around the same of some of the client vehicles from the auto shop. So it works a bit like that. Instead of actually delivering the vehicle, you're taking the vehicle, and then you have to wait for the vehicle to be salvaged for them to get the money. Some of the money will actually go into the safe, which then makes the safe a bit like the agency and also in the nightclub, because it's a wall safe. But then the fact that you have to wait for the money to then go in there after that is also a bit like the MC Clubhouse bar tap missions, where you then have to wait for that safe to then go up after bringing stuff in. So it's a combination of things, again, guys, that's already in the game. And yeah, it's just baffling why it takes so long to get your money back that you invested into this business in the first place. Now, if you've got tons of money in the game, you've got every other business in the game, yeah, you want to buy this business because you want to get the career progress ticked off. That's one reason right there. You will eventually get your money back. It's going to take a hell of a long time because you have to wait for Rockstar to add the new heist back into the game, unless you really love doing tow truck missions, even though you're a billionaire or whatever. And for a new player, there is plenty of other businesses in the game to buy way before this one. This business is very expensive. You can bring the cost down by not getting the wall safe and all this sort of stuff. But yeah, this business is for. I'll wait for it to go on sale. If you really want to get this business, you ain't got that much money. Wait for it to go on sale, or yeah, just wait until you're rich enough to afford it. Yeah, because you won't be getting that money back anytime soon, guys. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Let us know down in the comments what you guys think about the business so far. And have a lovely day, Godspeed, and peace out. Oh, and the only Arab money from this DLC that I seen actually went straight to Busta Rhymes for the 7-hour live stream that we did yesterday, guys. We got a copyright claim.
Hey, this was not how I saw my day going.